we've got a new Prime Minister then.
How long did this one last? Oh, I don't know. I've stopped keeping count now.
So, yeah. I mean, it's just to say it at the beginning of every episode now.
I think just to give Stu some editing options. I can't believe they only lasted 3 days. 4 days? I thought they weren't even going to make 2 days. 6 days? That's a new record.
So we're going for a general election then.
Hopefully so.
I'd love to see
the whole building's gone up in flames.
That's well, yeah, that's probably.
I mean, the 5th of November is coming up, so what's going to happen then?
The last man who entered Parliament with honest intentions. Yes.
Yep.
Indeed. In fact. Oh, it's spooky you mentioned that, Amy. I have a feeling this episode we're about to record goes out on the 5th of November.
Second
my
is
God.
a Wednesday. I know that from last night.
Have I just predicted the future?
I think you have. Are you Matt Groening in disguise?
No, I've never created a Simpsons episode. But one time I dreamed of a place, and then I went to that place, and I wouldn't have been able to see it any other time before visiting there. So
wow,
how do you explain that?
That's cool. That's weird.
Deja vu.
Maybe you're an oracle.
Yeah, it was like one of I won't explain it, but anyway.
Is a male oracle a Ceefax? That's a joke for the oldies there.
Oh, that'd be why I didn't get it. That'd be why I didn't get it.
So Ceefax and Oracle were things you had before the internet.
I know what Ceefax is. I didn't realise there was like a text service called Oracle.
Yeah.
So I've learned something today.
Teletext as
I remember teletext. Quizzes. Find out stuff. I was sad when they got rid of it.
Booking flights.
I never used it.
Someone said to me it still exists as a thing.
Oh yeah. It's like a website now, and you can still get like nice holiday deals and stuff on there. I don't know if it's still good, but yes, I have heard of it. Yeah.
There we go.
Oh wait, I think there's another new Prime Minister.
Breaking news! Another one's just been put in. I tell you what, I said it last time. Really, at this point, we should just cut our losses and put the damn cat in charge.
Yeah.
What is the worst that could happen?
There'll be less mice.
Well, I mean, I think not to get too political, but he has held a parliamentary office for the last 11 years. No other MP can say that. Clearly, Larry the Cat is the best politician we have.
Absolutely.
He's got the experience, because anyone who has ever had cats knows actually they're always the ones in charge anyway.
That is true.
Yeah, cannot deny that at all. Welcome back, listeners, to Tales from the 20 Side, a Pathfinder 2nd edition Let's Play podcast. My name is Dom, and I'm your GM for this game and for many others, and I'm joined by Stu.
Hello.
I'm joined by Amy.
Hello.
And I'm joined by Asta.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. How are we doing?
Doing good. Thank you.
Doing very well.
You might be doing better than I am. I'm in the process of giving myself heartburn with some lovely out-of-date ginger beer.
Oh no! So
Stu
why are you
is
still
holding,
drinking it?
Well, because I'll be honest with you, Amy, I fucking love ginger beer. That's why.
Yeah, it's so good. What one is it? What one have you got?
Oh, it's a Fever Tree one. I got a load of this from work because basically it was going out of date, so they had a whole slab that they couldn't sell anymore. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll have some ginger beer. Sponsor us with Fever Tree.
Yeah, we like your
absolutely.
stuff. I really like tonic water, just as is. So good.
I have a small Fever Tree tonic water every single day.
It's good for you.
It helps with my restless leg syndrome and my cramps.
Stu, save it until they sponsor us. Save it until they sponsor us. We're not getting paid for that endorsement.
I might bleep out the name until.
Also, I've got to ask, who polymorphed Chardonnay?
I was just thinking that exact same thing.
Chardonnay's still
Stalker
here.
Catan? What have you done?
Yes,
Why
well,
have you got a turtle?
I am a powerful and mysterious magic user. There are many things in my purview.
So yes,
So,
I have
yes,
brought Tommy the Turtle along because I thought
Tommy the Turtle.
he can play our erstwhile monk.
Wow. I'm not sure how much of a backhanded compliment that is.
It's exactly like Amos.
But no, not because it looks like him, because he sounds like him. Fucking punch him. There you go, see?
You're good at the puppeteering, though. It's proper like a Muppet. Yeah.
I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but thank you.
No, I think it is. It's a really hard thing to do, I think. I'm a big fan of Jim Henson and all of that kind of stuff, so, yeah, it's cool stuff.
Yeah, I had to do a self-tape audition recently with the puppet, so it happened to be sat at the side of me. I thought, I know, I'll distract the other players. Yeah.
There you go.
And it worked.
And it worked beautifully. Like I saw it out the corner of my eye. I was like, no, I'm gonna get through this bit. I'm gonna get through this bit about the ginger beer. That's yeah. So yeah, we have a new member of the 20-side family. Tommy the Turtle will now be a regular cast member.
Yay. Our mascot.
Yeah, when Darren comes back, we'll make sure we roll him as his own turtle. His own turtle? His own character.
It's already happened.
I just want to ask, is Tommy the Turtle undead, and can I cast Grim Tendrils?
Yes, he is.
Darn it.
Oh, he says not.
I will cast it.
What kind of character do we think a turtle would play in Pathfinder?
Well, they've got a house that they live in, so...
They have.
So, is there any characters, classes that keep the house on their backs?
I don't think there are any turtle folk. Like I know, obviously, in 5th edition you have turtles, so I don't think they exist in Pathfinder.
Something tanky, then.
I mean, there are some really weird ancestries in Pathfinder. Like you can literally play a stick of scented broccoli if you really want to.
Oh, why has no one told me this before?
Listen to episodes 1 through 3 of this very podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, I did that ages ago.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
well,
there is
Thompson.
Yeah, there is an ancestry called the Leshy, which, as we say, is like a plant folk. There is also, I think they've been released now, the Gorans.
Oh yeah, have you seen the new artwork for them? Because
Yes, I
originally
have.
they were supposed to be just like these tasty little broccoli sticks, and now
Yes.
they're like these hench godlike dudes.
That's it.
Yeah, but Tommy
It doesn't
tells me,
surprise me that's done.
all turtles are bards.
Okay, that tracks. That tracks.
How?
He's not telling me.
No. Well, I have to take your word for it.
I would have thought, if anything, they would have been ninjas. You're not the only ones with puns. I've got them too.
But none of them are good.
Wow.
That's Della with double disadvantage for the night.
That's it. No,
I've already rolled double ones, so it can't get much worse than that. Why did I say that? Why did I say that?
That was a full-on sneak attack against a flat-footed target there, Amy. I'm dead. I'm gone. With my 8 hit points as a commoner, I'm gone. You killed me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thankfully, I'm just used to the abuse.
There we go.
Yeah, pretty horrible, really.
All right. So, what happened last time, folks? What's going on?
Nothing. We killed things with no adverse issues. Everything went according to plan. Didn't it, Asta?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And can confirm I am not evil.
So you've claimed, at least.
So you've believed.
So, Alwyn, I reiterate this many, many times. I am not responsible for the opinions or the things said by my characters. Yeah.
Well, that's dropped like a lead balloon. Should we get back into the game, folks?
Well, I will say that the last episode, everything did go all white.
It did.
It was all white on the night.
All white on the night.
Help.
See, I've got bad puns too. Mine aren't good.
No. No, they're not.
No, they're really not. No. But anyway, we just defeated a bunch of Wights successfully with some healing and a falling over, but that went relatively unnoticed.
It was a little bit Three Stooges, that entire first round.
Yeah. I think it was a good introduction for Raiden to what we're like, really, because that is what we're like.
Yeah, that's it. Just in case Raiden was harbouring any thoughts that these people were competent, they've just been erased.
Yeah, we're definitely not professionals. We don't get paid for what we do. But we're on our way, though, to hopefully find where the place where the dragon lives down here, though. I think that is where we're off to
underneath the tower.
now. Yeah, get an idea of if there's anything useful down here.
Bring the tower down from underneath.
And with that, Stalker Catan has just appeared before you once again, and has asked, "Well then, are you all patched up? Are you ready? Are you ready to go? Shall we go find you a tower?"
You need to teach me your tricks, Stalker Catan. I didn't see you come up.
Indeed. If you had, I would have been worried. Yes, perhaps I can teach you some of my tricks another time.
Yeah, let's go find a tower.
All right. So as you sort of say this, Amos pipes up and says, "I'm going to head into the Enclave. I saw they had that blind girl doing some training earlier. I wonder if she'd benefit from a quick sparring session with with someone who's not a Caligny. Got to get her used to fighting other things."
Sensible.
Okay. As Amos goes off to beat up the blind girl.
or get beaten up by the blind girl. I should add. Because you have
ready to heal.
you have seen this individual in your two times in the Enclave. You've seen her kind of sparring almost day and night, and she certainly seems very, very capable.
Yes. No, I couldn't resist saying that.
Yeah, I get it. To be fair, it was a bit out of the blue for me to literally say, "I'm going to go beat up the blind girl." I'm not a monster, listeners, I promise.
I'll be on hand to heal you when you get back, or when we get back, or if we survive, or who knows what might happen. We might end up going up to Logrovich again at this rate.
Don't lose your teeth.
Yes, well, if Alwyn, if you do, take this with you. I have a feeling it could be useful. And Amos hands over the adamantine longsword that you previously found.
Thank you.
Fancy.
Is it a +1 adamantine longsword, or just a standard longsword that is made of
adamantine? That is it. Adamantine, you will know, is one of the strongest metals naturally found on Golarion.
Excellent.
Can it cut through stone?
I mean, maybe.
I'm not going to try. I'm not going to risk blunting it or damaging it to find out.
Fair. Well, another longsword. I found this one.
I've already got a +1 longsword, thank you. Maybe
Okay.
Raiden might like it.
Can you use a longsword?
There's the one that Amos brought back as well. Has he still got that? Did he go off with it?
I don't know what you're talking about. He's gone.
He did bring one down from the Wights that he fought.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
But would you like a longsword, Raiden? I think it's sharp.
It looks like it might be a little bit heavy for me.
I should have given it to Amos. Now I'm going to have to
Carry it.
lug it around. Right, let's go.
Okay. So So just for a little visual note here, Alwyn. This longsword that you've been given, made of adamantine, it has kind of a glossy black appearance to it, and that's kind of normal for adamantine when it's worked into a weapon. Is it kind of comes out with this this almost shiny black appearance that looks, it's very reminiscent of obsidian. Obviously, it's metal rather than stone. And Stalker Catan says to all of you, yes, well, are you all patched up? Are you ready to move?
Yes. Lead on.
Excellent. I think I'm not certain, but based on what you told me about where this tower is, I do know the tower from the surface. I've been up there a few times. I think I know roughly where it is, and if I'm right, I'm not sure you're going to be too happy with what you find.
Oh no!
Come, let's see where we end up.
Yeah.
All right. And Stalker Catan begins to lead you off into the Undercity. You see, he produces from inside his robes what looks to be an oil lantern that glows with kind of an eerie blue glow that he sort of lifts free and holds aloft to give you all some light to see by in the darkness. Because in case I hadn't already made this clear, it is almost pitch black down here in the Undercity. You can see there are kind of veins of some strange glowing rock that kind of crisscross across the roof of the cavern. But beyond that, there's not much light here at all. And as Catan raises the lantern up, you see shadows dance off in different directions, and you hear familiar to some of you. You hear the cackling laughter of the creepers who are following just out of sight.
Yay. I missed those.
Disturbing. Very disturbing. But they have a lot of knives, so I guess Della can get on with them.
Maybe.
Alright, so you traverse through the Undercity for a good sort of 10 or 15 minutes, heading in a roughly what you assume to be a northerly direction, sort of twisting and turning and winding. As you're doing so, I guess as Catan's leading the way, I will do an encounter roll. Okay. As you continue through the darkness, you sort of flinch at shadows, at creaks and groans from winds blowing through and from ancient rotting buildings decaying silently in the gloom. And as you progress underground, you are not accosted by anything, even though you would think that perhaps carrying the light in such a manner would almost be a beacon to things wishing to feast on you or at least attack you. For whatever reason, you don't encounter anything. Certainly nothing malevolent as you progress through. You do see you occasionally see a few groups of rats scurrying along the ground, that sort of thing. And after sort of 15, 20 minutes of walking through the Undercity, you arrive at what looks to be, if you didn't know better, you would assume that this was like the edge of the city. You come across a solid rock wall that stretches from the ground level all the way up to the ceiling above. And as you arrive there, Stalker Catan sort of stops you all, and he says, "Yes, if my calculations are correct, we are now almost directly underneath this clock tower that you seek. However, this here," and he taps a bony finger on the rock itself. "This is almost, well, this is certainly what we believe to be solid bedrock. And I have a feeling your tower is directly on top of it."
Ah. Well, that's disappointing.
Quick world question, Dom.
Mm-hmm.
Are explosives for mining a thing in Galarian? And if they are, is it possible Alwyn might know about them?
Let me have a little check.
Because I know gunpowder's, it exists, but it's a really funny special gunslinger thing.
Yeah, it's a very rare thing in the world. I'll tell you what, is Alwyn trained in crafting?
He is not.
Okay.
Della is.
Della is, okay.
We need Otto here, really.
Yeah. Otto is the king of the stone. He is. Yeah, I mean, certainly, if Della wants to make a roll, she can make one. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Also, Alan, I don't suppose you've got any kind of mining law or
no.
engineering law, that kind of thing.
No, my only law is anatomy.
11.
11.
It's solid rock.
It looks like rock. Looks like rock.
I mean, I guess it's a good place to build a tower on. Should have thought about that, but I don't know much about buildings.
Before you all begin to get disheartened, I may still be able to offer something of use to you.
Oh.
If you follow me this way, a short distance, there is there is an old surface tunnel that we used to use to get to the surface long ago. It collapsed, I'm told, 100 or so years ago, but it might still be possible to navigate it. And I can't say for certain, but I have a feeling it might come out directly underneath the tower itself.
Ooh. That would be useful.
Oh. Jinx.
We could sneak in. Maybe find those children.
Yes. Or even
and
better.
Sneak out.
Yes, sneak out.
And then
With
if things are going missing, he'll need to go investigate and potentially leave. Right?
But no, wouldn't he look in the immediate vicinity of where they went missing from?
Well, we'll need to see what the tunnel... I mean, we might not even be able to get through. Where do you think the tunnel would be?
The entrance to it is it's easy enough to find. It's not too different from the one you used to get down here through that old cathedral. Follow me this way, please. And Stalker Catan begins to lead you a little further around this slab of very very thick, very hard looking stone. And as you're sort of drifting around to the left-hand side, you do come to... you can quite clearly see that there is a cleft in the rock itself that appears to have been boarded over. And you can see... You can just glimpse that there is kind of a small space beyond. What I will say is, when Catan says that this tunnel had collapsed, you can clearly see that. Like, it looks quite narrow. You may well have to sort of still dig your way up. It might be quite unstable, but yeah, there certainly looks to be something beyond.
What do you think? I'm only little, I can fit through that.
Yes, but I might not.
You mentioned that there are perhaps some children inside. I assume, based on your predispositions, I assume you'd be looking to get them out before you bring this thing down.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That would be preferable.
Well...
not just preferable, that would be the only option.
Well, I have an idea here. Might work for you. Della, you well, I can clearly see you're a rather small individual. What if you were to traverse up this tower with a detachment of Caligny? You could perhaps get yourselves inside the tower, scout around for these children, and get them out again. And everybody else, well, perhaps you could wait somewhere nearby to move in and make your assault once they are safe.
Oh, like a pincer movement.
Yeah. Because we're small. We can be sneaky. I can sneak my way through. Get everyone out that needs to. And then I can stay and join you.
The rest of us come in through the front door, like we did before.
But we've still got to then fight the dragon.
Well, no, he's upstairs in the clock tower.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be going all the way up.
If I may, when you first came down here, you were talking not necessarily about fighting the dragon, but about bringing down the tower itself. This was your reasoning for coming here specifically,
yes.
Was it not?
Yes, it was. It was.
Again, far be it from me to tell you what to do. I think you should always make your own decisions. But that sword you were just given there, Alwyn, may I see it for a moment?
Yeah, he'll hand over the adamantine sword.
Ah, I thought it was. He sort of takes it from you. I wasn't sure. I only caught a glimpse of it as Amos passed it over to you, but yes. Adamantine. What do you know of adamantine?
I know it's really hard. It's one of the strongest metals in the world.
What do you suppose would happen if an object like that were jammed into the workings of a clock tower like that? And he gestures upwards.
I think.
Oh, that's better than my idea than cutting through the stone.
Stop the workings. Oh, they might all strain against each other and go. Ugh.
So you've been to the top of this tower, Alwyn. You've seen exactly how large this contraption is. It looks like it was built very intrinsically into the structure of the tower.
Right. So if we go up, jam the sword like a spanner in the works, and then run out again. It'll hopefully... How do we stay and make sure that nobody takes the sword back out, though?
The problem I think we'll have is you'll essentially be doing what we did before, which is running through the front door and getting up there. They'll be prepared for that this time round.
Yes, but we won't be going up through the final hatch.
No.
Like we did last time, because that was really, really fucking stupid.
While we were in the room with the dragon, did we see if there were any other entrances, or is it just the hatch?
So the dragon is on basically the top floor of the tower. If you imagine kind of where the clock faces and the bells are, that's where he was housed.
Yeah, so is there like stairs or something that we saw?
No, there's not. I mean, I suppose there is technically another way you could get in, because you know that the southernmost clock face had basically been removed so that he could kind of look out over the city. And he kind of created this platform form of ice that extended off it. Although the tower itself was kind of wrapped with ice, it would be difficult, but if you could climb the outside, you could potentially get up there that way. However, that would be putting you straight into the dragon's jaws, as it were.
Yeah, well, we've done that before and survived, so...
No, I think our best bet is to go up to the floor just below the dragon, maybe seal off the hatch, somehow jam it up. Yes, I think, I mean, gosh, I don't know much about clockwork and whatnot, but I imagine it won't, that's the old saying, isn't it? Throw a spanner in the works, and that's kind of what we'd be doing. It'd just be a sword.
Yes, you'd be putting that saying to use on a very literal, very large scale.
I like this idea.
If you're concerned about, as you say, a frontal assault, I still think perhaps this pincer movement of yours is a good idea. Della, I as I've mentioned, I could give you a contingent of Caligni to go with you. You could go in first, perhaps take care of any initial resistance and get the children out, and then your companions can join you afterwards.
Yes. I like the idea of this.
Fearful for anything happening to the Caligni.
They know how to look after themselves.
It's as you say, they do know how to look after themselves, and we do owe you a favour, Alwyn. It's not like they'd be. Fight. It's not. That's true, but if it can be of any help, then I know. I mean, you can feel free to ask them if you wish. They shan't object.
Yeah, volunteers only.
I think yes. If we're going to do that, we must make it absolutely clear that we're not look down on anybody who says no. It'll be
of course.
A choice.
Of course, yes. So I know when we were talking about the bar guest, there was some suggestion from certain individuals of using them as bait. This is not the same thing. Red Raven will not be angry if you take, as you say, if you take volunteers with you.
No, we wouldn't. No, that was never a serious option. What do you think, Raiden? You've spent more time with the Caligni than anyone.
Well, I've spent quite some time here, but I think Stalker Catan probably knows them better than I, and if he says that there would be volunteers, then it would be wise to take him at his word. After all, ultimately, if the dragon is not dealt with, it will eventually become everyone's fight.
What about this idea of getting the children out, though? I mean, you say you're not evil, here's a chance to prove it.
This tunnel's quite small, though. And
One episode and
Raiden's
we're
quite
already
tall.
into emotional blackmail. Fucking hell.
Yeah. You can't do that, Alan.
No, I'm not saying you should go. I'm saying, do you think it's a good idea? That's all.
Is it a good idea to save the children, Ryder? Raiden, what do you think?
I mean, if they can be rescued, then certainly. If they can't be rescued, we can't put a few lives above the potential lives of the entire city.
We'll see what we'll do, and we'll make sure no harm comes to the children. You can trust me on this.
Thank you, Della. I'm sure I can.
Yeah.
We want to be good guys, not accountants.
And if we find that there's a problem with the tunnel, your plan is to come in through the front. So, in a sense, we'll be clearing it both ways.
Yeah, so you'll send the children down the tunnel.
Yeah, but if I can't, then perhaps we can get them out the front if it's safe.
Yes.
Because we don't know what this tunnel's like, so there is a possibility it's not going to work.
We need a way of communicating with each other.
Yes. I don't know how we do that.
No. I know some magic people can talk to each other magically. Can you do that, Raiden?
I think I might be able to.
You
Very
can?
useful, I think.
I'm just trying to remember whether or not I need to be able to see them or not.
I'm going to say you don't, because otherwise that's just it. In the interest of not squashing a cool idea, I'm going to say you don't need to.
I recall that I do not need to be able to see them, so I may be able to provide some communication over a distance, maybe around 500 feet.
Oh,
Ooh.
That's quite a long way.
It's a long range. This could work.
So if you and I, Raiden, hide out near the front door, and then if Della tells you magically when she's ready for us to come in the front door, is that what we're saying?
Yeah. Or I can contact you at least to let you know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would contact you though.
I may be able to just keep poking you occasionally, and you should be able to reply when you're ready to.
Cool.
Like the early days of Facebook.
I'm not familiar with this.
A book of faces.
A book of faces. Yes, that sounds creepy even for me.
Yeah.
I mean,
what
they're
is that
not
like?
real
Just stretched faces.
No, it's not real
Bound in
faces.
leather.
This isn't Game of Thrones. They're just pictures of faces in a book.
And what's the purpose of such a book?
Well, you say, that looks like a person I'd like to be friends with, so you poke the picture, and it leaves your fingerprint, and then if the person wants to be friends with you, they track you down through your fingerprint.
Well, that sounds dangerous.
Yes, that doesn't sound at all safe.
No.
Why would anybody ever do such a thing?
No, I wouldn't go anywhere near a book of faces if they were to track me down. Oh.
Didn't take off. Right.
Okay, so I think we... Can I, while we're here looking at the tunnel, can I try and use my minimal crafting ability to assess it from what I can see?
Yeah, you absolutely can. How far into it do you want to go to do so?
Not to be out of sight, probably like a few steps in. Or is it step in or crawl in?
It's probably crawl in, to be fair.
Okay.
This is quite compact.
Yeah. I just kind of want to stick my head in then.
Yeah.
I will, just before she goes, just touch her very bright green hat and cast light on it so she can see better.
Nice.
My
Glowing
hat's
hat.
never glowed before.
All right, yeah, Della.
This is amazing.
So you
I'm just going to pop my head out and just admire my hat for a little bit and just sort of like be like, oh, it's glowing, and then I'll go on and do the job.
All right, yeah. Make a crafting roll there, Della, as you sort of move into inspect.
Ooh, that was a decent roll. That is a tool. Hang on, 25.
25. Okay, yeah. As you sort of peer in with the aid of this light, you sort of pull yourself into the crawl space in this little area, and you hear a slight creak and groan of stone somewhere nearby. It looks like this hasn't been used in a very, very long time, and you sort of wait for a second, sort of bracing yourself for further collapse, but the stone around you seems to settle, and that creaking, groaning subsides, and you find yourself in a small crawl space, which it looks like it sort of goes vaguely upwards, and I think as you sort of pop in and look around and inspect it, yeah, although this tunnel has collapsed, it does seem to have settled. Seems to have settled long ago. So barring anything external such as an earthquake, you would probably say that it would hold.
Mm.
At least for a small team. Like, you sort of start looking at this, and you don't think you could get more than. You don't think you could risk more than maybe 5 people, 5 small people moving through it at once.
Okay. I'll start making shadow puppets against the wall with my hat and the light, and as I'm doing that, I'll just call, not too loudly, that I think it's safe, and then I'll come out after I've had a bit of fun.
yeah, absolutely.
And I think I'm no expert, but I think it could be okay. It depends on obviously how far we go down, but it's been like that for a while, so I think we'll be all right.
I'm glad it's safe, because you're my only friend. Well, not my only friend, but you're a little glowing friend. But really, you're not actually my friend.
Huh?
Never mind.
Della's just looking at the hat.
One of our listeners is going to get that, I'm sure.
That'll be one more than the rest of us. Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, so we need some volunteers. We might need an Amos.
Oh, would you like to take Chardonnay with you as well?
Ooh.
Chardonnay is a small creature. Currently.
How is Chardonnay in small spaces?
Fine. He doesn't take up much room at all.
And how is Chardonnay with small children?
Fine. He
Okay.
doesn't need them cooking or anything. No, he'd be fine.
Okay, that's good. I don't want to be responsible.
If I give Chardonnay an instruction to protect Della, would that be okay, Dom?
Yeah, I think we could make something like that work. I've already got a fun idea here that we might play out. We'll see.
Okay.
But Chardonnay could definitely be a part of that.
Yeah. Della's gonna hold her hand out to Chardonnay.
Chardonnay gives you his paw.
Give a little shake. Thanks.
Yes, as long as none of the children attack you, I think you'll be fine. If they do, then they're probably screwed, to be honest, but yes.
Okay, well, that's your decision and not mine. Are you happy with that?
I want
Are you
to be
alright
safe, and I want
killing
the
children
to
if
be
they're
safe.
trying to murder me?
It wouldn't be me.
Okay, so you're alright with Chardonnay doing the murder. After all of that rushing in, fighting the dragon, almost dying, you are happy for Chardonnay to kill children. I'm going to be a bit indignant about this.
Chardonnay's his own wolf, but why would the children attack you anyway?
What if they're evil?
Then, well, I mean, if they are, then I think we're overthinking this slightly. Be fine. Chardonnay will be like your little personal guardian.
I like that. That might mean one extra child we can't save, though.
Why?
If there's only room for 5, I think.
But yes, the children go
Safely.
first, and then. But you won't be going down the tunnel anyway. Back down.
No, that's
You'll be
true.
meeting us.
That's
up
true.
there.
We'll send everyone back.
And the children won't be waiting in the tunnel. They'll be coming out of the tunnel at the other end. In fact, Stalker Catan, perhaps you or some of the Caligni can be there, can be here, waiting to bring the children down to safety. Would that be okay?
Yes, I can. That's certainly possible. I mean, I don't think I could fit in there, even as lithe and malleable as I am. I think I would struggle in there. I could certainly be waiting at the bottom.
Yes, to encourage them out. Yes. I'm just picturing this now. Yes, come to me, children. Come to
Yes.
me.
They're going to love it. But it's okay. We'll be able to introduce them first. It will be fine. Ultimately, we're doing a good thing.
Yes.
If we're successful.
Doing the
Otherwise,
right
we might be
thing.
doing something really horrible. Now, the next question was how we're going to bring the tower down.
Oh,
Because the idea...
the sword
rocket thing.
in the works.
Oh, yes. Sorry, yes, we did just spend time talking about that.
Need to write things
we've got
down,
time.
Della. You'll
I've
find if
changed
you write things
pages.
down.
I'm on a new page now, so...
That's it. When you have a new page, all prior knowledge is lost.
Yeah, the only page I keep a record of is Dom's IT issues.
Della turns over a new leaf.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go save some children. This is unusual.
Oh, but I'm the one that's in question for being evil.
Do you like playing cards, Raiden?
Certainly.
Oh, we should have a game later.
If you wish, I'm more than happy to entertain it.
Don't bet
Wonderful.
money.
Oh no, it's not a real game unless you bet money.
Anyway, shall we?
Let's wander
Crack
back
on.
as we have this conversation about the pros and cons of gambling.
No, aren't we just going to go ahead?
We need to get some volunteers.
Yes, I do need. I will need a little time to gather. To gather some creepers, especially as you only want volunteers.
Right.
I mean,
okay.
it
I just think we need to go as quickly as possible. Who knows what might be befalling the children?
I mean, if you do wish to go straight away, I can go now and gather them. But the question is, Alwyn, Raiden, what are you going to do? I don't think you'll fit through that tunnel. You're going to be meeting them up on the surface, are you not?
Yes, I think the plan is we're going to hide somewhere near the front door, isn't it, Raiden?
That's what I took away from it, yes.
And then you'll keep in contact with me. And then we'll meet up. Go upstairs. shove the sword in the tower, break the whole thing down, give the dragon no home, save the world. That's it. There's no other steps in that, is there? Nah, I've got that all covered.
Save the Baba Yaga, save the world.
Yeah. So we could probably do with a little break, maybe a rest, collect some friends.
Yes, I mean, if you wish to sort of go straight away, you could all wait here whilst I gather some volunteers and come back. Alternatively, if you wish to rest, you're welcome to do so at the Enclave, and then we can return once we have everyone we need.
Yeah, I mean, I can just go, but I don't know if anyone would like a little rest before we do.
All right.
I'm ready to go when the rest of you are.
Okay, let's go as quickly as possible then.
Yes. Well, Raiden, should you and I be making our way to the surface so we can get into position whilst
Probably
Stalker
wise.
Catan gets the creepy Caligny ready?
Yes, that sounds wise. The last thing we would want is to miss all the action.
Oh, no danger of that happening. Action always happens wherever I am.
Oh dear.
The best thing is that's not even a euphemism. That's legitimately not a euphemism.
Oh, it didn't even occur to me that could be a euphemism. Oh dear. Right.
Well, I'll hang here then, so I'm ready to go. I'll check through my bag. I've got some climbing things that might be useful. Make sure my ropes are good.
Well, if I may, Della, why don't you walk back with us? It's
Okay.
It's not safe to linger here by yourself.
I just wanted to go looting, and you ruined my fun. Right, I'll come back.
Chardonnay? God, Della.
Well, you never know what could be found. Are you not interested?
I mean, if you're leaving the wolf here, you should be all right. It's lone travellers don't last long down here in the Undercity. But if you have the wolf with you, you might be all right before I come back.
You're probably right that it would be best to come back and not risk an injury before a big thing that we're about to attempt, which requires crawling in small spaces.
Don't. I mean, seriously. I mean, don't let my ignorance of what you were doing stop you from doing it. Like if Della wants to have you explore,
I said that as an offhand comment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All
Keeping
right.
up appearances.
So with that, you begin to make your way back towards the Caligny Enclave. As you get there, you regroup with Brother Amos. You see that he's currently engaging in a brief training exercise with this blind Caligny girl, and you've battled alongside Amos long enough to know that she's given him a run for his money.
Knew it.
Yes, kick his ass.
Yeah. We might need to wait until he's feeling better.
Yeah.
Regardless.
But so Stalker, as you get back to the Enclave, Stalker Catan disappears and begins. Well, in fact, you don't see where he goes because he just kind of melds into the shadows. And a short time later, perhaps half an hour later, he returns. He returns with a number of creepers with him. So quite. There's been quite a strong uptake on your offer, as it seems, and with that, I'm assuming Alwyn, Raiden, and Amos are going to make their way back to the surface, and Della is going to stay down below.
Yep.
Yeah. So, Raiden, how am I going to know how does this work? How are you going to contact me?
Oh, well, occasionally you will potentially hear my voice in your head. Well, more like I'm whispering in your ear.
Okay,
And you
that
should
sounds
be
a
able
bit
to,
better.
You should be able to mutter a brief response. Only feel the need to do so when you're actually ready for us, though.
Okay.
Unless you want to chat, which is totally fine.
Okay. All right. I will keep an ear out. Oh, that's strange. I don't think that's ever happened to me before, like someone speaking and not being there. It's going to be weird.
Never had anyone whisper in your ear before.
Well, I've had someone whisper in my ear, but not like from far away. Have you?
Don't think so.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. I don't think you've come across anything with telepathy in this game so far.
No.
Don't think you have.
No, this is like...
I'm sure.
brand new.
I'm sure I'll correct that as I finish listening back through the 100 episodes that we've got. All right. So with that, Amos finishes what he's doing with the blind clicking girl. He gives her a bow and a namaste as he steps away from their little dueling ring as she resumes her training with her other instructors. And with that brief sort of check in, Alwyn, Raiden, and Amos begin to make their way back to the surface. And Della, you start heading off into the darkness with Stalker Catan and your new creeper allies once more. And that is where we're going to end for tonight, folks.
Split party.
Mm-hmm.
Tales from the 20 Side is a Feagle Films production in association with Juicy Falls. Music by Alexander Nakarada and editing by Stu Jackson. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and Discord by searching Tales from the 20 Side or by visiting talesfromthe20side.com. Not quite where we end because I've got one more thing to do. Raiden, as you come out into the daylight at the top of the tunnel that takes you back to the surface, you feel a surge of strength through your body, as though a weight had been lifted that you didn't know you were carrying. You now have access to your second level spells.
Ooh, thank you.
Right. So we'll talk a little bit before the next recording session. We can get those picked for you. We'll go from there.
Excellent.
That's exciting.
That's intriguing.
Asta, if you're also up for it, I will probably give you your second level feats at the same time, but only if you want them.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I was actually going to ask you if we could have a look at doing that, because I feel like I've got a good grasp on what I've got at the moment.
Yeah, to move up a little bit. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So for anyone who's wondering, just as a way of easing in Asta, her character is numerically a level 6 character. But in terms of abilities and everything, she is only level 1. I thought that was the best way of easing Asta into the system, whilst also making sure she could keep up with the rest of the group.
Good thinking.
Yeah.
So next time we see her, Raiden will just be just a little bit more powerful.
That's exciting.
If anyone
And
else
maybe
is wondering,
throw the correct spells at the correct things.
That would be good. That would be good.
it was definitely the correct spell. It was just the wrong target.
That's it.
I see. I should have targeted Della. Understood.
Ah. Alwyn's evil. That's why he's projecting.
It's got a wolf that eats children now, apparently.
I know. He's wearing green.
Oh, dear me. And if anyone was wondering what I was talking about earlier, it's the lyrics from Birdhouse in Your Soul by They Might Be Giants, where it talks about my little glowing friend, because Della is a little glowing friend with a glowing hat.
Oh, yeah. I like the glowing hat. I was thinking maybe you could just light up the feather one time.
Yeah.
So it's just a glowy feather.
I mean, I think your hat is going to be glowing for the foreseeable.
Yes.
That is true. It doesn't last like all
It lasts
day.
until I next prepare my spells or until I cast it again.
Oh, nice. No. But at some point, it's just going to go out. And I'm not going to have any warning.
Yeah, there's two ways that can really suck. The first is that you're kind of making your way through the tunnel and it just goes pitch black. The second is that you're making your way into the tower. You're sneaking past like a guard or something, and we sort of cut across to the other side of the city. Raiden's like, I'm sure there's something I was meant to do. And Della's just there like making it, just go out, fucking go out.
Yes. Oh, such shenanigans.
Do halflings have dark vision or something of that nature?
I think you have low light, right? I think.
Let me check. I've got keen eyes.
Oh, that's right. It makes you better. You're better at spotting things that are trying to hide.
I can't see in low light or dark. No, but I haven't got extra for that.
So you and Amos can't see in the dark.
Yeah. So it's not the best. But then if I've got a lit hat, then I can't go wrong.
Definitely lit.
Yeah.
It's lit.
Yeah. Down with the kids, innit?
Well, we might find out next episode when you're trying to rescue them. Yeah.
There you go. I've found out the next episode title before we even got there.